Celtic's recent exit from the Champions League has sent shockwaves through the club and its supporters, marking a significant low point in their recent history. The defeat against Kairat Almaty has prompted a critical examination of the club's past failures in Champions League qualifiers over the last 12 years, including disheartening losses to teams like Maribor, Malmo, AEK Athens, CFR Cluj, Ferencvaros and FC Midtjylland. Each of these defeats has left a lasting impact, fueling frustration and self-reflection among fans and management alike. The legacy of Celtic's glorious 1967 team and the electrifying atmosphere of Champions League nights have long contributed to the club's self-image as a formidable European contender. However, the recent performance against Kairat Almaty has starkly contrasted this perception, as they were decisively outplayed. Under Brendan Rodgers' management, the team has experienced some dismal performances, including heavy defeats against top-tier clubs like Barcelona and Paris Saint-Germain. But this latest exit feels particularly humiliating. It was a display that fell far below expectations, showcasing a level of play that could only be described as subpar. In a total of 210 minutes of football across 2 legs, Celtic failed to score a single goal, missed 3 penalties during the shootout and squandered several golden opportunities. This dismal performance not only cost them a chance at advancing in the tournament, but also resulted in a staggering loss of over £40 million in potential revenue. Furthermore, the club's transition from the Champions League to the Europa League has only added to the disappointment. This defeat is a collective failure, implicating players, the coaching staff, and the board of directors alike. It highlights a troubling trend where the club has gambled on future success by delaying necessary squad improvements until after securing Champions League qualification. This approach has led to a significant decline in standards, both on and off the pitch. Just months ago, Celtic had shown promise by competing closely with Bayern Munich, coming within seconds of forcing extra time in a thrilling match. At that time, the club enjoyed financial stability and a sense of unity among fans and management, a stark contrast to the current atmosphere of bitterness and discontent. The glaring deficiencies in the team have been apparent for some time, and the need for fresh talent was evident. Yet somehow, Celtic entered the crucial Champions League playoff round in a weaker position than the previous season. This failure can be attributed, in part, to Brendan Rodgers, who, while winning league titles is important, the lack of ambition to progress in European competitions raises questions about the club's long-term vision. Celtic should aspire to be more than just a step ahead of their city rivals. Critics argue that the club's focus has been too narrow, prioritising domestic success over European aspirations. Occasionally, the board has made significant investments in players like Arne Engels, Adam Ider and Austin Trusty, but these moves have not consistently translated into success on the pitch. Many of the players brought in during Rodgers' tenure have not yet made a significant impact, leaving the core of the team still reliant on the previous manager, Ange Postecoglou. This exit from the Champions League is a shared failure, with the narrative often focusing on the board's reluctance to invest in the squad. However, the board could counter that the players brought in by Rodgers have not delivered the expected results. The current situation leaves the manager without a contract extension, and speculation about his future is rife. While Rodgers insists there is no conflict with the board, his visible frustration suggests otherwise. The situation could worsen domestically if Rangers, their fierce rivals, continue to escalate their own challenges. Despite the turmoil, Celtic is still likely to secure 1, 2 or even 3 trophies this season. However, the lessons learned from the Almaty debacle may be overlooked in the pursuit of domestic glory. As the old firm rivalry intensifies, Both clubs are engaged in a fierce competition to appease their increasingly frustrated fan bases. With Rangers facing a tough match against Bruges and the two teams set to clash at Ibrox soon, the stakes have never been higher. What do you think? Is the blame for Celtic's exit shared equally among the players, management and board? Or do you believe one party is more responsible than the others? Share your thoughts in the comments.